welcome back to Pompey Chimes. I'm on here for a week this week, so I'm going to try and get lots of work done, but also lots of rest and relaxation as well. So, been on here a couple of nights so far. So far, so good. Not really done much, but I have made a start and getting ready for a bit of decorating. So we're going to have a go at these walls along the side here. Still undecided whether to do the ceiling. We're going to do the walls and see what it looks like and then make a decision on the ceiling. I think that's probably the best idea. I did lose the radio. Radio's now sitting inside there with all the junk. It's still wired up, it still works, but I didn't like the look of it, so I've just got this kind of blanking plate, but it is actually a little cubby hole, and I've mounted the dimmer switches for the undergunnel lights that I've done previously as well. So Jeffrey's on board this weekend as well, and we've also got Sharon, who I don't think we've seen yet. She's actually cooking. She's actually cooking up a storm in the kitchen. Look at that lot. That's the proper way to start a day of work and decoration. One of the small little jobs I want to do is replace this telly. Nothing wrong with this telly, it works perfectly fine. It's a 12 volt one. You can see the 12 volt plug at the back there. We've also got some 240 volts supply there, so we're actually going to use that because we bought a 240 volt telly. We bought a smart one. So what I need to do now is just take this bracket off the wall, fix a new bracket and then a new telly. That was a fairly straightforward job, nice and easy. The old bracket was a little bit tricky getting off, but we got there in the end. New telly's on the new bracket, so it all moves around. It's a smart telly, so we've got ordinary terrestrial TV, as you can see on the guide there, but we've also got it linked up to my hotspot on my phone, so we can access all the apps, so Netflix and Amazon Prime and stuff like that. Yeah, good job done. So first job is to get rid of all the bits off the wall. So we need to get off these lights, which are kind of falling off really, but they're not going to be replaced. I've got some new ones for those. We'll look at them later on. All the curtains and curtain poles, all the these bits here. I'm not quite sure what you'd call them, but they're holding the curtains back. So all that's got to be unscrewed and taken off the walls all the way along on both sides, and then I can start sanding it up. And I'll be using just one of these orbital sanders. I've rigged it up so that I've got dust extraction straight into the back of it, and we've got perforated sanding blocks as well, so we'll be able to keep the dust down to a minimum, hopefully. So I've got all the hardware off the walls, got these lights off. These have all been isolated at the fuse board, so there's no risk of, it's only 12 volt anyhow, but there's no risk of getting electrocution or anything like that. All the curtains are down, and just going to do the lounge area to start off with. Like I say, we'll get the stuff on the wall first and see how that looks. The first job is to sand this back. So I want to key this back so the paint takes to it better. So I'm just going to use an orbital sander to get that keyed back a bit. So we've sanded all the walls down. We've managed to get it wiped down and cleaned off. We've got some tape around the edges, so you can see the blue tape. That's just masking tape. And then we've got the polythene just hanging down. Haven't got any on the floor just yet. We're going to see how we go. The carpet is going to be replaced at some point, so we're not overly worried about it. We just not to drip too much. This is the paint we're using. It's Wix Tough and Washable, and it's the ivory. That's what we're going to put on. We didn't want white because it might be too bright for us. I've still got to go around and finish up taping that side, whilst Sharon, she's going to start painting this side. So we've got 2 coats on so far, and we're just going to go for a third. Actually coming out quite nice, we think. I like the contrast between the white and the dark. Be nice once to get all the tape off, start having a look at it, but just needs that third coat on it because there are a couple of spots that haven't quite got the coverage. So Sharon's just going around and putting the main on, and I'll follow up with the bits around the edge with the brush. But looking good so far. So after a hard day's work painting these walls, nothing better than a nice pint of Guinness, cottage pie with vegetables, which I just knocked up myself. Sharon's gone home. I've got no curtains, so people could see in if they really wanted to. Not much to look at, to be honest. Sharon's actually taken the curtains away to wash them. I'm not sure what they're going to come back like. We're not going to keep them. They are going to be replaced, but they are in need of freshening up before we put them back up. So this is tonight. We've also got the fire on. So I've got the stove is going. Got myself one of these weather stations as well. So 11 degrees outside, a toasty 24 inside. Jeff's had a busy day as well. So that's the next day, first thing in the morning, and we've got a glorious day outside, and really pleased with how the decorating's come out as well. Masking it up has worked really well. I've got some really nice clean lines around the edges. The paint's covered well. We've got 3 coats on there. When you move into the lounge and diner area, you can see it's really working well. Now, we're not sure whether to do the ceiling or not. We still can't make up our minds. Sharon seems to think yes. I'm still 50-50. So I'm sure we'll get the opinions of others and see what we come up with. But yeah, really pleased with how it's come out so far. So I'm probably jumping the gun a bit here, but I want to put these lights up. So these lights are 240 volt lights, which are going to fit onto a 12 volt system. I have spoken to an electrician about this, and he said that's going to be absolutely fine. So what we've got this switch on here. So it took me a little while to find these. I think I got these from Amazon. Can't remember now. But they're just going to sit up there like that. It's a 240 volt light with 240 volt cabling and stuff like that. But apparently you can run at 12 volts as long as you put in a 12 volt bulb, which is what this is. So it has to be an E14 bulb when you can get these. I think I got this off Amazon or eBay. So I've got 4 of these to put up. Probably jumping the gun here a bit, really, because if we do paint the ceiling, we have to cover these lights over or take them down. But being the impatient bugger that I am, I'm going to put them up. That's the first one up. Quite pleased with that, actually. It's quite nice. I've not tried it out just yet. I'm going to get them all wired up and then turn the power back on and see what they look like. So the curtains and the lights are on. They work quite nicely, just to switch off of there. The curtains have been washed, so Sharon took them back and washed them. And then my brother-in-law brought them back up when he came to visit yesterday. All nice and fresh and clean. There's a few mould stains on the back of them, but like we said before, they're going to replace those. So yeah, looking quite nice now. We are thinking we are going to paint the ceiling, just these 2 sides, and leave the the middle bit as it is, but the next job is to go out to the back and start on the bedroom area. So now I'm going to start painting the rear of the boat. This is from the galley backwards, so I've got it all masked up like before. Masking it really does make a difference, makes it so much easier to get a decent edge on it rather than trying to cut in. You can see how dark the bedroom is in the back here. There's only 3 small portholes, so really looking forward to seeing the difference that having it painted will try and make it look a lot brighter. So it's the next day and the paint's dried and we've got the tape off, and you can see already it's made quite a bit of difference to how bright this room is. It's really lightened it up a lot. Still think we're going to paint the ceiling, so that's the next job. But yeah, really pleased with how this has come out so far. So we've got the ceiling done with 3 coats. Haven't pulled all the tape off yet, so it's not quite got the sharp edges that we want to see, but already starting to look a bit brighter. Into the hallway and going out into the kitchen. You can see where we're just starting to get the cupboards done now. So this is the it's called Sage, is the colour we're going to be using. Sharon's hard at work.
For a change.
For a change. Yeah, so it's all starting to come together now. Start to see what it's going to look like, and I think we've done the right decision by doing the ceilings for sure.
So this is what boating life is all about. Nice beer, currently sitting at the Row Barge Inn. Really nice restaurant. We came here for dinner last night and just thought we'd pop back in, have a break from painting. Here we are, loving life.
On our way back, lovely pint at the Row Barge Inn, Wolverhampton. Absolutely stunning there, really like it there. It's probably going to become one of our locals, I think. Good beer, real ale on tap, and it's only a half-hour walk, and the walk's quite nice. Towpath along is really nice. Got lovely scenery with all the river Kennet running through here. It's quite interesting because the Kennet here is actually a river which crosses through the Kennet and Avon Canal. So part of it's river, part of it's canal, and this bit here is river and it flows. The other day when I come down here, it was really flowing quite well. It's actually slowed up a bit now. We haven't had much rain. Also, a train line right next to us, as you might have just heard. But yeah, really nice. Anyhow, we're on our way back to do some more painting. That's the end of the first full week on Pompey Chimes. I've been on here 7 nights and 7 days and managed to get quite a bit done. Really happy with the progress we've made so far. We've got a load of painting done, as you've seen through the video so far. This is the end result of our work. So we've got this cupboard here done. This is the sage green we've been talking about. That blind's going to be changed out for a sage green blind. We've got the blind, just didn't get time to fit it. These cupboards here all complete now. We are going to change the hardware, so the hinges and the knobs will be swapped out for nice chrome ones. Keep going. Sharon's coming through. You come through this way. She's coming through.
Tidying up.
She's tidying up because we're getting off the boat now. So this is the lounge area. And again, managed to get all the ceilings painted and all the walls painted. All the curtains back up. They've all been washed. Yeah, really pleased with how this is coming out. Again, we've got some ideas, more ideas about what we're going to do next. So we're going to leave the bottom as is, leave the bottom timber. We've actually ordered a new sofa bed. This one's going to be taken away and a new corner sofa bed put in. So we're really excited about that coming. So yeah, we're quite pleased with how it's come out and how much fresher it feels, how much lighter it feels. And because we've now done some work to it, it feels more like our own boat rather than living in somebody else's. So yeah, really pleased with how it's come out. It's a really good week. I'll be back up here probably in a week's time or so to carry on doing a few more bits and pieces, and obviously just to spend some time aboard and bring Jeff, of course.
He loves his holidays.
He does love his holidays. Yes, he does. So yeah, signing off for this video.